You are now in the zone. With Taste Test Live. Hosted by Damian Lamar and Blue Francois.
Hey, what's jazzing?
I like that.
Welcome to Taste Test Live. I am Damian Lamar, host of the new music program, Taste Test, that airs Sunday nights at 10 o'clock Eastern and Tuesday nights at 11 o'clock on WJCT 89.9 FM. And I'm here in the studio today with my co-host, Blue Francois Extraordinaire. He's my photographer and my fellow music connoisseur.
Yes. How's everybody doing?
Good, man. How are you, Blue?
I'm good.
So can you do, we haven't done this in the past, but can you tell listeners who haven't heard our show before what this is all about? What are we going to be doing the next half hour or so?
Well, this new podcast, Taste Test Live, features in-depth discussions about the latest in urban music. We talk about the newsmakers of the week, who's moving the charts, new releases, and we may even get into an exclusive track every once in a while, to showcase new artists, local, national, or just personal favorites of ours. And we just want to bring a podcast of music lovers and connoisseurs, just like us, like how we get together and listen to new stuff. Man.
Like-minded individuals.
Yes.
So this is episode 11.
Woo.
11 is one of my favorite numbers.
Yeah.
I'm one of those weird people that look at the clock twice a day at 11:11.
Really?
It's really random whether I'm driving in the car.
That means something.
It does. I mean, somebody said it was like my angel number, but I don't know what angel number means. So, or that I'm aligned properly. I don't know, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It makes me smile. And of course you see like the little memes and stuff on Instagram. Make a wish.
Make a wish.
So I usually make a wish or I pray.
Ooh.
So that means I do at least pray or make wishes at least twice a day.
Now that's jazzy. What's jazzing, everybody?
Speaking of jazz, it's funny. Like I listened to a really amazing album. I think I talked about Kamal Williams last week on the show.
Oh yeah.
His new album, The Return.
Powerful.
Man, that album has been playing a lot this week. It's solid.
Oh yeah,
it's solid.
I agree.
And it's like a perfect marriage to Taylor McFerrin's Early Riser, which I'm also playing.
We talked about that, yeah.
Yeah, I got this thing for like music that makes you think.
Yeah.
Did you see Insecure Sunday night?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, remember when the little girl who's like, I guess she's like maybe 12 or 13.
In the studio with her uncle or something?
Yeah, and he's making this music and it's like a beat that I like, right? And she's like, you should make something I can dance to, And but I listen to music that makes people think, and I like to listen to music that makes people think too.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm a thinking man.
Yeah,
if I had an Indian name, you know what my Indian name would be?
What?
Always thinking. Always thinking.
Always thinking bull.
What?
There's always synonymous to an animal.
Oh, okay.
So you would have to say.
Why would I be a bull though?
Because bulls are hard-headed.
Am I hard-headed?
No, but that's what I'm saying. You mix the two, like.
Oh, okay. So always. Let me see. I think I would be an always thinking unicorn.
Like it's like an adjective and an animal with their culture.
Okay.
So like when you hear like
thinking bull.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or like thinking unicorn.
Yeah.
I'm the first thinking unicorn.
Yeah.
Not that all other unicorns don't think.
Yeah. Okay. Now that's jazzing.
let's get there's a lot happened this week in the news, and we want to first pay our respects and our tribute and our condolences to the family of the late great Queen of Soul, Miss Aretha Franklin, who lost her battle to pancreatic cancer.
Wow.
This past week. One cool thing I love about Aretha, not only is her music groundbreaking, and she was coined the voice of Black America for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, she really was. I really kind of like went back and I listened. I mean, you can't help but hear all the tributes and all the copious amounts of music they play on the radio or everywhere you go. There's Aretha Franklin playing, There's been, of course, a few people that are upset with that she's now getting all this, this publicity now that she's not here.
Yeah.
And there's a couple other people who are like, you know what? Y'all need to stop doing tributes because y'all are ruining Aretha's music.
Yeah.
You know
What's
there's
so
a lot of
funny
that
you
going
say
on.
that?
Yeah.
I was thinking when I heard a lot of those old songs, like A Different World, it's a different world where I'm come. Like
Yeah.
I forgot that was Aretha Franklin, and it
Actually,
reminded me.
It's not Aretha.
Is
No,
it? You know
no.
they played that. They played that.
They played it.
And they said, but they had a version where it was her voice on it.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not sure what the real story is, but when A Different World first came out, in A Different World, for you the guys that are probably a lot younger than us, A Different World is a sitcom
Spinoff
that
from
was
Bill
a spinoff
Cosby.
from the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
And it was when Denise went off to college, and I think it was Spelman, right? She went to Spelman, and it was a really great show. And the opener was, for years, I thought it was Aretha Franklin, but then I thought it was actually, I forget her name, was Dawn something. It was actually her that recorded that, and they released it and put it on with
Wow.
yeah.
So
It sounds very much like Aretha Franklin.
it does.
But
it
see,
does.
so
but
back
people was
to-
giving her credit though.
Of course. Yeah. So, I mean, like back to then, you have the power and the influence of who Aretha Franklin was even then. I mean, she was born in 1942, died at 76 years old, which was still rather young. I think she had another few years left in her if she hadn't been ill,
Yeah.
But some of the notable things that she did in the community was that, she actually fought a lot for civil rights.
Yes.
And there's this real cool quote I found on Twitter. Kristen Clark, Kristen Clark, ClarkeJD, Kristen Clark JD, tweeted, Aretha Franklin was a force behind the scenes during the civil rights movement, donating concerts proceeds, posting bail for activists, hosting fundraisers, and using her platform to promote voting rights. And she empowered generations of women with her music.
Wow.
Hashtag rest in peace.
Powerful.
Yeah. So she did a lot of things, and I think a lot of people, especially those freedom fighters and people that marched with Dr. Martin Luther King, a lot of them are coming forward and they're saying, you know what? She did a lot of altruistic things. She did a lot of things that she didn't, that weren't in the news and weren't in the media that she didn't get credit for. Like one of them was the fact that she was on a concert tour and she donated proceeds from that concert tour directly to Dr. Martin Luther King.
Wow.
For what he was doing. And not only that, she did something amazing in that she delivered an early version during when he did his early version of I Have a Dream speech. She actually was singing there. Get this, it gets better. She was also at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s funeral. She sang at his funeral.
Oh, wow.
But look at the parallel that she also sang at the inauguration for my President Barack Obama. So, she's just amazing to me. Amazing. You have like I have a few favorite songs. I mean,
okay.
You got a couple favorite songs that you like?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay. Like Respect. Everybody knows Respect.
RESPECT.
Yes. Like she spelled it out in case you didn't know. In case you didn't know how to spell it.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm sorry, I don't mean. What's his name? Al Sharpton.
Yes.
Had a video where the book that Omarosa released, and he spelled respect with an I. It was so funny. You seen the?
I did not.
I shared
see
with
that.
you.
Oh
I
my
shared with
God.
you. Yeah. So when I saw that, I thought about that because somebody made a song after. Recently, somebody made a meme, video meme where he said it. He misspelled respect, and then Aretha voice song came on at the end of it. It was so funny. It was so funny.
It was like, if he make a mistake and you don't correct that real quick, and you got like tons of followers on Facebook.
Yeah, he done.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's your next favorite song that you like?
Ain't no way for me to love you
Woo!
if you won't let me. I mean, I love that
You should
song.
remake a Aretha Franklin song.
Man,
You should remake one.
That would be a
Acoustic.
very. You know what? I think you're
gonna
onto
challenge
something.
you. I'm gonna challenge you to do that.
You're onto something.
If you're out there listening, everybody, we're gonna challenge Damian Lamar to a Aretha Franklin cover challenge.
Speaking of Respect, did you know that Otis Redding originally recorded that song?
What?
Respect.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, he did.
Whoa.
And she remade it and made it famous.
Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta verify this information. The
Yes.
source.
By all means.
What's the next one?
You know, another song, and I like because I always talk about Leanne LaHavis because I have a little crush on Leanne.
Yes. That's the boo.
I Say a Little Prayer.
Say a little prayer for you.
Yeah. So that's one of my.
I do like her version though.
Yeah, and she did her version live.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah,
that's the only version I seen.
And I think she did a fantastic job.
Oh my god,
just her and her guitar. The moment I wake up,
yes,
before I put on my makeup. Yeah, Bridge Over Troubled Water, man. Oh, You're All I Need to Get By.
Oh yeah.
Right. You're all I need to get by. Like sweet morning dew.
It's so.
It's so good.
And those are some.
Those are some. Like as a matter of fact, speaking of Cadillac, she wrote a song about Pink Cadillac, man.
Yep, Pink Cadillac.
We going riding on a freeway of love in a pink Cadillac. Aretha had soul, and one other thing that I love about Aretha is that she really kept her business private. She didn't play about people being in her business and her love life and her finances. There's a story, and I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I shouldn't repeat this knowing that this may not be true. But I heard that Aretha had her clutch with her. Like she would say, before I come and play, I want my money to me. I want money in cash. She would take her money, put it in a little clutch, and she would put it in the piano while she played. And if
that sounds like something she would do.
Yeah. Hey, do you blame her?
No, I don't blame her.
Have my money.
Have my money. She said it made a song. How you feel about the Patti LaBelle? You think there was a real feud between them?
There was.
I know there was a lot of comparison.
I heard, but then I saw a little bit of an interaction with them on Oprah. Mm-hmm. There was when Oprah was on back in daytime TV.
Daytime,
Oprah, Gladys Knight, and Patti LaBelle were sitting on the stage together, and Patti said that she was 50 or 49, going to be 50, and Aretha's like, "Girl, you wasn't. You ain't no 50 years old," and kind of just challenged her on it and made her tell the truth.
Oh wow!
On live TV,
I gotta see this.
Yeah, and it's circulating. It's out there on in the Twitter feed, and they all laughed. I think Patti was kind of shook by that. But you challenged, like you in our age group. There is no way that you in your 40s. Stop playing.
She paid her respects over social media.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, so.
That was a class act of her. That was classy. But I've heard all kinds of stories from why Aretha threw shade. She threw shade at Patti publicly though. Yeah. You see it. However, she rightfully so was the queen of soul. She earned her title. Yeah. She was a diva. And honestly, when I found out, I was kind of unconsolable. A friend of mine tried to reach out and touch me. I was like, I'm sorry, don't touch me right now. Aretha just died, man. Do you understand? Yeah. Like, it's kind of like the same thing I felt when Michael Jackson died. Yeah. I was out doing yard work and I looked at my phone and I see on my phone, the King of Pop has died. And I literally felt like the earth shifted beneath me, like it moved. I was moved by Aretha.
Yeah, I think I texted you when I found out.
Yeah.
You probably found out before I did.
I text you too. No, you did. You texted me. You told me. You did. Before, yes.
Oh, okay.
And so I found out, but I knew. I was getting text messages from a bunch of people. Aretha, Aretha sad phase. Aretha R.I.P., So it was kind of sad because I was really like, if you listen to the show last week, we were praying. Everybody was praying for her.
I remember.
Praying for you. And when you pray, you kind of expect things to turn in your favor. Mm-hmm. And it, apparently wasn't God's will for her to remain with us, but she's gone to a better place now, and I know she's making some heavenly music.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, Aretha Franklin.
Rest in peace.
This moment of our podcast is dedicated to you.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
So on some other news.
I'm not a big fan of the VMAs, man. I just like to go see. So whatever I find out on Twitter and Instagram, that's how I find out my source. But I'm not watching the VMAs. I'm boycotting.
You're gonna just watch them because you're boycotting because you're just not a fan, or?
Yeah, I think I'm just not a fan. I just feel like, Video Music Awards. That's what it stands for.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta peep. I guess MTV decided to give people awards based on
The visuals.
that they provided.
Okay.
And they snub a couple people, and they know they do.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I just don't think it's I heard it's based on votes or so.
Yeah, I don't know the whole voting process enough to speak on.
There's no merit. So.
But
according to
night,
according to what was said, because I am boycotting VMAs. Cardi B wins Best New Artist, which she rightfully deserved.
Yes,
I give her that.
I heard her speech, and one thing that stuck out to me was the fact that she got a lot of pushback and a lot of criticism for her in the middle of a very successful run of her first time in the industry, her getting pregnant. And she got pregnant, and she still is winning, and she got her body snatched back. She's still going.
Yeah, she got it back.
Somebody else who got pregnant,
who?
Their first year run, 1997, Badu.
Yeah.
She got the same pushback. But I don't know if you're gonna be able to do this tour. I don't think you're gonna be. And guess what? Erica's still around.
Still around.
You know what? Now that we talk about Erica, something else that happened.
What's that?
In news. Erykah Badu was on NPR's Time.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that's major.
Okay.
See, let's talk about that.
You know why it's major?
Why is it major?
Erykah Badu came on the scene 21 years ago.
21.
Right? And she recorded her live album or released her live album the same day that her son was born, 7.
Mm-hmm.
So 7's almost 21.
21. Oh.
You'll be 7 in November.
Numbers.
Yeah.
Numerology.
Exactly. So you got 7 times 3.
Reoccurring.
Right? 3 cycles. And Erica loves numbers. So
she does.
I think we should expect to see something this year from her.
Yeah.
I really do.
Oh yeah, I agree that.
She's been out of the scene for a minute. She's already told us I've been trying to tell you all about what's been going on in the state of affairs in the world through New America Part 1 and Part 2. I've been trying to tell y'all for years, but y'all still stuck on Tyrone. But Erica, man, she showed up and she did about a 15-minute set on NPR. I highly recommend, if you're listening, to go check it out.
Please.
You will not be disappointed. If you are an Erykah Badu fan, Erica started from Rimshot, the very first song on her very first album. Mm-hmm. And then she went to Mama's Gun, and she shared what Questlove called her masterpiece.
Yeah. I give
Green Eyes.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and to me, I've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of performances by the Queen over the last 21 years.
Yeah, yes, you have.
And this performance was the most intimate. Her performance was flawless. Yes. And the band. Let's talk about those boys, man. Those fellas play some music.
She handpicked those. Like
she did.
I mean, I recognized.
A couple. Yeah, the bass player.
And
I think his name is Braylon.
Yeah.
And RC. RC,
plays
her
with,
music director. He's in music. He plays with her. He's been on tour for years.
He plays with her. Yeah.
So those were the two staples, and everybody else had played with her a couple times. But man, they just
they was definitely jamming.
I was happy about that.
Yeah.
Dawn Richard also was on NPR's Tiny Desk.
When?
Yes.
When?
Last week. Dropped the same.
Oh
yeah.
Man, I need to
go get her views up. I think she's like at 47,000 views or something now. Like go watch some. Go get her up. Yeah.
I gotta look at that.
And she too is an artist, I think, that doesn't get the press that she deserves. Mm-hmm. She's a phenomenal singer. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's short for a model, but she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And the camera loves her, as you well know, Mr. Photographer, right? And then she's from New Orleans, and I think she even mentioned in her Tiny Desk about how people expect you to, if you come out with one genre. She came out with Diddy, Diddy Dirty Money.
Yeah.
And that was when she was sort of released and introduced to the world. People expected her to follow suit with that type of music.
Yeah.
And she wanted
She's an artist.
She's an artist. And she's like, I got to express me. Yeah, like she does electronic music and that sort of thing. So, I'm sorry. I had, back to Cardi B. Congrats on receiving the Best New Artist Award at the VMAs last night. I love you, Cardi. I just do. I love her because she's real, man.
What's jazzing with that?
What's jazzing with? What else happened, man? I told you a lot happened this week. What else we got?
2 Chainz got married. He had a nice little wedding in Atlanta. Janet Jackson dropped her video "Made for Now."
Oh yes. So they teased us a while back with a few, like, you see her mouth moving, you see the dancers doing some great choreography. And
what you think about the video and the music?
I thought the video and the music were both great. I think this is my my feeling, and I have to be very careful because I know there's a lot of people out there in podcast land that love Janet Jackson, and they're waiting for me to say something bad about her. Not really, I'm kidding. But no, I'm not going to say anything bad because at 50 years old, for you to come back like that,
she was dancing.
She came back, and then you saw her on Jimmy Fallon. She did a lot.
I didn't see that one. I know she was on there. Yeah,
it was as equally great. Wow. Yeah, I am.
Was Daddy Yankee there?
Daddy Yankee was there. Yeah.
I like the whole
Afro-Cubano, Afro-Hispanic. Yeah.
And shouts out to the choreographer. She's from Jacksonville. She's friends with and then some of the African dancers knew Krista Fatu.
Krista, our good friend Krista Fatoumata Silla.
Yeah, so she recognized, and then
a lot of West African influences.
She saw that. She said she really personally knew some of the dancers. But one of the choreographers from Jacksonville, so shouts out to her.
Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing a lot about it, and it's funny. I waited till the dust settles, like I usually do. I'm not the first one to watch everything. I wait till it kind of dies down, and then I watch
twice.
it. I did too. Yeah. And but I was pleasantly surprised. One, with the choreography, but two, with just how what she's saying and the statement she made at the very, very end, how everyone that's African American standing there, as beautiful as they are, in solidarity.
I like that.
We are made for now.
You know what's crazy? The director, Dave Meyers, who directed the video, that's the same guy who did Missy Elliott video.
Oh wow!
And he also did some of the controversial Kendrick Lamar video, like the recent one with the
one with with Rihanna.
Not that one. What's the one? The popular one he had the hit single on.
Be Humble.
Be humble, yeah.
Humble,
yeah. Be humble.
Yeah.
So, but he has a lot of videos that's very controversial and very visionary, rich. So he did some stuff with he did some stuff with Kanye, but he's very way ahead of his time. So as he's a photographer / videographer, but shouts out to him because for him to be a Caucasian director, he
nailed it.
Yeah, he really delivered our culture really nice. So shouts out to Dave Meyers. So
I'm excited because I think this is a new opportunity for Janet to reinvent herself.
At age 50.
At age 50. I mean, I'm gonna say something. This is constructive. It's not bad. I personally didn't like her last few releases. I didn't like her last album. I mean, I think All For You was okay. And then I like that. That's okay. I didn't follow her progression along. But my favorite, speaking of Janet, let's talk about Janet for a second. Okay. You have a favorite record? Favorite album?
Oh no, I can't do albums.
I can do albums. Easy.
I can do songs. I have to say Rhythm Nation.
Oh, okay. Interesting. My favorite one, because I'm nasty like Miss Jackson, was Velvet Rope.
Oh yeah,
I love Velvet Rope, man. It was. That was Got Till It's Gone was on there.
Yeah, Got Till. Yeah,
it was.
I like that song.
Yeah.
I couldn't listen to that album all the way through, but
you should try now. I think you're older. You've been through relationships,
right? I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a song on there called "What About."
Yeah.
What about? It's like really rock. it's.
Yeah. See, different. At the time I couldn't listen to it, so now I probably can.
But okay, so two of my favorite Janet songs.
Go ahead.
Pleasure Principle. Pleasure Principle, principle of pleasure, right? And then That's the Way Love Goes.
That's okay. That's my favorite. I'm sorry, that's my favorite.
Man, and that's a good video too. Speaking of videos,
a timeless song though.
Timeless.
Like soon, it kind of it has like that Sade vibe.
Yes,
a little bit.
Yes. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis have been producing her music for so long. And when you got it, what do you think? When you have a partnership When you got a partnership like that, like, what do you think about that? Like, does a person like that?
It's hard to recreate.
It's hard to recreate.
That's the way. That's the way.
That's the way love goes. Like a moth to a flame burned by the fire.
Yo, that song is mind blowing.
Yeah, it's a great song, and the video is stupid and sick too. At the same time.
I like the video. Yeah.
So like, okay, so Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis have been a partnership, but there's also
Huff and Gamble.
Huff and Gamble. I don't know who Huff and Gamble is.
You don't know who Huff and Gamble? Mm-mm. Let's come back to that conversation.
Okay.
Because I would need reference. I don't want to just go to the top of my head. So we'll come back. We'll come back, listeners. We'll come back.
Okay. We might have to come back. We might do a show on collaborations, like artists and their producers.
Yeah, because you know there's Teddy Riley.
Yeah.
Huff and Gamble, and then there's
you got Missy Elliott and Timbaland.
That
had that relationship.
Yeah, I think we should come.
I was going to talk about Brandy and
Darkchild.
You know that.
Rodney Jerkins.
Right. So everybody loves Brandy. We see her now on Stars as Cassie.
But when they separated, her music changed.
Correct. So the best Brandy album was Full Moon, and that was produced by Darkchild.
Yeah.
I think that's the best album. It's a solid album.
It's solid.
From start to finish. It's solid.
I think it was way before its time because what I hear on that is what I'm hearing now.
Yeah. But I mean, we're still listening to it after all these years, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's been 15 or 16 years.
15, yeah.
1999. Oh, It's almost been 20 years, man.
20 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, 15 years, right?
It's been 15? Okay.
He was right.
Yeah. That was 2004, I want to say. That Full Moon came out by Brandy. Yeah. But man, I mean, I find myself listening to a lot of those albums. You know, I mean, we can go on. We can talk about music all day. That's what we do.
Ariana Grande dropped her LP, Sweetener.
Yeah, I heard it. And I like, some of it had to grow on me. I did like her collabo with Cardi B.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, she did a Cardi. That was wrong. She did a collaboration with Nicki Minaj.
Yeah. You're right. Nicki Minaj.
And it was okay.
Yeah.
What I didn't like was the title track, Sweetener. I felt like it was underwhelming. Like, you could have picked another. You know, you name your album Sweetener.
She works with a team, like, so she has like she's signed to a like label, so she's not making a lot of the calls. So
okay, well that makes a lot of sense when you don't have that much artistic control over your stuff.
What'd you think about her song God
is a Woman?
Yeah, God is a Woman.
Speaking of VMAs, she performed it last night on the VMAs.
I love her video.
Yes, and
I love it.
The video is great. I love
it.
the song. I like the meaning. So at the end of the VMAs, she's standing there with a lot of older women, and they're holding hands.
Oh wow!
And to me, it was moving.
I should have watched the VMAs.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure if MTV's playing it like 50 million times, I'm sure you can hear it again.
That's one of my favorites from Ariana.
But I mean, I see her evolution. It's all right. You know,
I think she's gonna have a Britney Spears career at best.
What does that mean?
Like pop sensation, and then as she get older, nobody's interested. Like Britney Spears was ahead of her.
She's such. I'm not sure if you. Speaking of Ariana Grande, let's talk about her for a moment.
Okay, let's talk about it.
The girl is super talented, right?
Disney.
Exactly. First reference, was it the Mickey Mouse Club?
Yeah.
It was the older version of Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah, I forgot the name, but she was on the Disney Channel.
She was on the Disney Channel, yeah. She did, I forgot what show she was on, but she started there, and then when I sort of start following her...
Was she dated Justin Bieber?
No. Right. She was on some talk show. I'm not sure if it was Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, but they had asked her to do these impersonations of other singers.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she can sing. I give her that.
She can sing Mariah. I mean, she can sing Mariah Carey.
Yeah,
she can sing everybody's stuff. And she did, I mean, her impersonations are like stupid.
Yeah.
They're like really good.
I'll give her that.
And I mean, what I did like when she first came out with her very first LP, and she did a live performance, like maybe 5 or 6 songs, and she danced. The choreography was great. I liked seeing her live.
Yeah, I forget she could dance. She's a good entertainer.
Yeah, I like seeing her live. So
Britney Spears was a good entertainer.
That's true. She was. And she did live as well. I mean, she brought a whole new element to choreography. Speaking of which, that choreography in the VMAs, man, her choreography was like on Beyonce level. Yes.
Now you're reaching.
Okay.
You're reaching.
No.
You're
Here's
reaching.
why. Here's why. There is some symbolism with the Lord's not the Lord's prayer. I'm sorry. I'm losing my reference.
The prayer of the Lord's?
The disciples. Jesus and the disciples.
No.
She had 12 women on stage, and she's in the middle, and they were like miming and voguing in the style of.
Okay, I'm watching
Jesus and the
the
12
well.
inspired.
I'm
Yeah.
watching that performance
Yeah.
only.
It was good.
Only.
You're just gonna watch that one. It's online right now. Guaranteed.
Only.
I guarantee you it's online right now.
Only.
But yeah, I mean, so there's a lot happening in music. We're gonna take a quick moment to thank all of you guys who are listening in.
Yes, thank you.
Every one of you who download our podcast, who support the actual radio show Taste Test that airs on Sunday nights at 10 o'clock on WJCT, and then the encore show or the throwback show that airs on Tuesday nights. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Thank you, and thank you.
Yes.
We appreciate it. We also appreciate our good friends, WJCT, who are providing us this opportunity to use their studios to share this podcast with everyone. So I think last week you mentioned you were doing some type of contest.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a second.
Yes. What I want to do, I want to give away 300 valued at $300 photo sessions directly from me. And then, also I want to do something for musicians or people who's really trying to promote their business. I want to kind of like do like some free marketing consultations. But people would have to interact with us on social media and follow us, like, comment. So I want to kind of boost the, communication with our listeners, but I want the listeners to reach out to us. So I want to give away.
So in order for you to win this contest, you have to do a few things. Like, comment, share, retweet if it's on Twitter. So they have to work a little bit, but I mean, that's a $300 value, and then an opportunity to have a photo session with like
the extraordinaire. Are you going to give away something? Because you do everything. Websites, you do designs, you make it easy.
So I'm giving away something because the show is primarily geared to music, about music, right?
Okay.
I'm going to give away a brand identity package.
Oh, wow.
Valued at $800.
That's major.
All right.
So you're just going to give out one of those because that's the value.
Right. I'm leaving out one. It's valued at $800, but this is what my brand identity package includes. It includes an initial consultation about your brand. It also includes logo type design or logo identity design.
That's
right?
major.
It also includes your Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram creation. So setting up those things for those individuals who don't have one.
That could cost more than $800. Wow.
It's about $800. And that's just the creation. So I'm gonna kickstart a person's brand identity, and in that consultation you learn about what a brand is, why it's important to brand yourself and stick with that brand. Best example of a brand, I always mention this, so whoever's listening, you're gonna hear it again. But the best example of a brand identity is when McDonald's decided to launch that golden arch. Have you noticed they haven't changed that golden arch in years? They're talking about it. They hired a firm, I think it's like millions of dollars, or if not that, $1 billion to rebrand them. So I think they're ready to rebrand, but they've held their brand down for at least my lifetime.
Yeah.
You go to Russia, you can go to China, you can go to
golden
France.
Arches.
You see those golden arches, you're going to get a Big Mac.
Yep.
Right? The second brand, that the importance of a brand identity, guys, for this brand identity package. The second brand that I always reference is Nike.
Yeah.
When they used to put Nike and then that swoosh on the side, and then over time they started removing the word Nike, and you just saw that swoosh. Every time you see the swoosh, you know what company it is.
Exactly.
Right? That is the importance of a brand. So for those of you guys who are trying to make in the industry, you're trying to create a brand before you launch your first album or your first EP. Before you put your website up, you're going to get a high-res logo brand identity. That's valuable. That's a valuable package.
That's valuable. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and start that next week. So if you like this show, if you really, 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 really like this show, and you want to hear more of your favorite podcast service, we're on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and we're also on Spotify and YouTube. Just search Taste Test Live and subscribe to our channel, please. You'll get notified the very moment we release an episode. You can also write a review and rate us, and we would appreciate that. So make sure if you review us, we definitely want to do a lot of giveaways. We want to communicate better with everybody. So you got to tell us what's going on, what you like, what you would like for us to improve.
We need to hear from you.
Yeah.
So I just want to say one shout out to, I'm giving myself a pat on the back. Yeah, the crowd's going well. This podcast is also produced, edited, and recorded courtesy of yours truly. Yes. So thank you again for your support. Thanks, God, for giving me all these gifts and talents. Thank you to my ancestors. Thank you to my grandmama, my mama, my daddy, my aunties, my uncles. But no, listen, that's the show for this week. I just want to say again, thank you to all of you listening who've listened to the very end. Please do, if this is available on Facebook, just share it and say, you know what? I like these guys.
Yes.
You don't have to say anything else. But no, we really appreciate it. And we will be back every week. Here's what you can expect to have the show on Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m.
11:30.
And that's 11:30 a.m. Eastern. And if you're in Los Angeles, you're my friends out in L.A. 8:30 in the morning on Wednesday morning. Just enough information, just enough excitement, just enough music discussion to get you over that hump.
Hump day.
All right. So again, hey guys, thank you for tuning in to Taste Test Live. I'm Damien Lamar and
Blue Francois.
And we are saying au revoir.